Detective Talk of the Day, Sunday the 15th day of October, 6:37 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. I've got this new camera here. It's a El Cheapo model, boys. But I don't need a lot of zoom to show some of this video stuff with these detectors, okay? I may even use this camera a little bit, and I may show it in a video using my other camera, okay? It's a El Cheapo. Okay, I've got 2 reports so far using this bird dog program. One on Assault Beach, boys, running bait sensitive. From what he's saying, he's seeing similar to what I'm seeing doing elevated tests. How about that? I got another report from a Civil War relic hunter. I guess he found some bullets, and he didn't have. He said he could recognize the iron easy with that program. That's what he said. Make It Work is his YouTube name. The other gentleman I'm not too familiar with. I'm going to show a few things with that machine today. Some folks may find interesting, and it is related to this bird dog program. Looking at mono program. It's the lower frequency in that detector, multi-frequency, I think, that's allowing it to do or make it do what it does. It's not the higher frequency. Okay. Now, here is a question I have. Look, I don't have any beach around me, Salt Beach, but I have this question. If somebody sees this video and they want to go out and look at a salt water beach, here's the question I have. Can bait sensitive be used in the water at a lower salt sensitivity setting and maybe even a higher reactivity setting and remain stable? I don't know the answer to that question. If it can be, now I know you're going to lose some depth, and that's the other question. Even on a salt, I've not seen anybody do this test. What if we go to a salt beach, not in the water with beach sensitive? Well, what happens on that machine if you keep the speed at 1.5 and you drop the salt sensitivity down? Use a nickel to test. Well, what's the depth? As you start advancing that salt sensitivity setting on a salt beach from 1 all the way up to 7, say, well, what happens with the depth? We know the machine's going to run stable the lower the number is, generally. At least from my reading and talking to a few people I know that actually do beach hunt. Now, sharpshooter's going to go out on a limb here, and he's even going to say this. Look, somebody may come up, I guess I should say it this way. This sensitive FT program, it's different on this DS2, in versions 110 and 200. And this bird dog setup, opening this machine up like at number 1 and perhaps number 2 and maybe even perhaps number 3 dependent. I wouldn't recommend that yet though. Number 1 and number 2 you might get away with. But I need to look at some other programs on that machine. I was looking at one last night and I want to horse around with it a little bit. The general program may even have some application here. In certain situations, it may be better. But I need to look at it some more. Now, when I do these videos and show this stuff, and some of it is, it's elevated test, well, I just don't hop on the train necessarily and say, oh, well, it does this on the phone, it'll do this in the real world. I don't quite do that. However, I don't have a salt beach, okay? And I say as much. So, you all try this stuff. It ain't like it's going to cost you that much. And if you like it, it helps you, more power to you. share your results if you desire. So yeah, you know, if we take this metal detector and we read the manual and we go out and we start using it and we start finding stuff, well, sometimes, you know, we can become satisfied, right? And we think, okay, well, the machine's working for us. Well, okay. Well, a person could get tunnel vision, couldn't they? You know, you go out and you run the same old settings and you're out finding stuff. Well, I get all that. But there might be a way where you could find some stuff you haven't been finding. Or increase your odds per sweep of the call to locate a target. And that's what this is, you know, that's what I'm looking at here. Okay. Fewer steps, more finds. Law of averages. You know, that's sort of, you know, when you think about this is why a lot of people have, you know, you buy these Manticores and these DS2s and these Equinoxes versus some of these other cheaper detectors. Why are you buying them? Well, we know why. Because what do? They generally, those detectors, fewer steps, odds are more finds versus some of your more typical single frequency detectors. And that's just the way it is. So yeah, so we can actually maybe even using some of these other models. And I'm looking at this DS2 because it's a little unusual. You know, because of the way well, it's not necessarily unusual, but it's set up different, like the Minelab and with the iron up there on the top, or the E-Track, you know, or CTX with the iron, you know, it runs vertical on the screen. It's not a typical left to right where the iron's on the left and the non-ferrous is on the right, you know, going from like 0 to 99 or whatever. So anyway, this is this new camera, and I'm going to look at this before I put it up. Okay, it's overcast here too. I hope the wind don't blow too much today to take me away from showing some video. All right, we may go out to a site and run this bird dog program. Don't know yet. I've got a few problems with some health in my family, and I'm having to sort of keep an eye on them. Can't go venturing out for a long time, you know, durations. Might get to go out for a short while, though. Anyway, I hope everybody has a nice day.